Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome back or welcome to the Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or all my live feeds, simply take what resonates and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Good morning. Come on in. I'll give everybody a moment to come in. I have channeled something interesting from spirit today. I love the words that spirit gave me, and I sat with those words myself after I did some channeling early this morning. Hello, good morning, PJ and Wes. KS, good morning, coming in. We are getting some much needed rain here this morning in Kitchener, Ontario. It's pouring rain and I'm very grateful. I'm loving it. I'm in the grocery store, but I can't miss Lana's lives morning. Kayla, bless your heart. It's good to have you here. Out shopping and listening to the energy update and what Spirit said. I'll just gonna pause a moment and just kind of chit chat for while people have a chance to log in. That way they don't miss everything there. Good morning. Oh, here we all come. It's 30 degrees Celsius. Yeah, oh, that's warm. We're sitting at about 15, 16 here. It's cooled down. There's beautiful rain coming in, much needed. It's been a very dry couple weeks here, so it's grateful to see the rain. Oh, it's warmer. Wesley is too. Good morning, everybody coming in. Good morning. It's good to see everybody. I'm very excited. I'm always very excited. It's like I have to hurry up and get all my morning stuff done. It's like I want to get downstairs and do some chit chat with the peeps over on YouTube. Some interesting words from Spirit this morning. It's more of guidance and energy, and a bit of a combination of both. So I feel like this week coming in, I'm curious just with a me, if you want to just type in a me in the chat. How many of you are waiting for something, like waiting for news, waiting for change, waiting for something to progress? I'm just curious because the energy of waiting for something was came in very, very strong when I was channeling this morning. Me, there we go. Yep. Okay. There we go. Me. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Okay, good. I'm glad that it's resonating in the first sentence or two. Good. Waiting for an energy shift. Yeah. What's really interesting with the energy that I picked up was this waiting piece. And what Spirit said was open your heart and align with your authentic self, and just to be able to lean into that more of that go with the flow kind of space. And as you align with your heart to your calling, your vibration and your energy is going to shift. And I felt like an evolution this week from within. We're here, and this is what I really love from Spirit. We're here as agents of love and light and of growth and of learning and of heart-based consciousness. And that heart-based consciousness seems to be turning up this week. We're just this awareness of I'm going to trust and I'm going to align and I'm going to go with the flow and I'm going to lean in there. The other thing that Spirit said, and this really chimed with me because I had my own struggles the last couple of weeks with opinions of others, on not aligning with the opinions of others and coming in, not needing the approval and not needing that to jump in on the same energy that may be flowing around you. This week is going to kind of navigate through that. You may feel that pull with I'm going to come into my heart and I'm going to align to what's true and I'm going to stay there and trust and get more and more clear on our values and get more and more creative with what I want and what I don't want, and to unburden ourselves from everything else that's going on out here, whether that be other people's stuff or stuff that's going on that's no longer resonating to you. I feel that push and I feel that patience within us is going to take some growth steps this week. I just felt that so huge. And I was like, oh, that the elevation of I'm just going to be patient and trust, and I'm not going to panic and worry. I felt that coming through. Another kind of waiting, says someone. Joy is waiting for the police. Hopefully they can help with bullying towards my daughter. I feel that this whole waiting space for many of us is going to shift into I understand that, even when I don't understand, that there's an alignment there and there's a process there. Now, when it comes to though, like sometimes we do have to push and Joy, that's one of the things that you're kind of waiting on is when you're waiting for like a system to help you, whether it be police or a healthcare system, sometimes we do have to gently push that. It's not just about sitting back and just kind of of not doing anything. It's about how we navigate through that, from what space. So Joy, I'm just going to talk on your statement a little bit, but with waiting for the police and for waiting for that love, coming from that space of lovingly reaching out may be needed, coming from that space of I got to support my daughter through this, and coming from that heart space when we need to kind of gently align with things. I hope that that makes sense. We are going to be anchoring ourselves more and more and more over the next, I believe it's going to be the next several months, and perhaps years, but I do feel we are coming more into that anchored space of that heart-based consciousness. I literally seen like a boat anchor anchoring my heart into the space that it needs to remain in. And I feel the more that we anchor that into that heart space, the wobble that we all talked about last week, I felt that wobble settling down. I didn't feel so wobbly, and I was like, oh, it's the anchoring into that heart space. And I just felt this different kind of alignment coming through, this different kind of coping, if you will, coming through, because we do have to cope in the physical world with the learning, right? We do have to kind of lean into those spiritual practices. We do have to kind of lean into being more grounded and cleansing ourselves, and I always say, oh, I got to reset my tuner, and being able to pause and just reset the tuner. But I felt it coming in a calmer space. It didn't feel so wobbly. It didn't feel so chaotic this week. I feel like we're coming into that more of that heart anchored space. I'll give that a try, Maruna. I love that. Oh, so you're responding to Shaz. I'll have to catch up on the messages here. I do have some clients that I'm working with this morning as well, but I am going to just kind of scroll back up and just kind of grab a couple questions while I'm here. Oh, and I'm getting all these notifications from Windows here. Just try and minimize or close those off. So welcome to all yous coming in. Let me just see what questions I'm going to grab at here. Raining in Missa. Yeah, it's nice. It's good. We need a lot of rain. I say morning, but I'm eating my lunch here in Paris. Ooh, I wish I was having lunch in Paris. I'll be with you energetically. I'll remote view myself into Paris and join you for lunch there. Kayla, waiting for an energy shift. Kathy has said, yeah, that's me. Yeah, we're coming into these new spaces. So I've read Joy's, another kind of waiting. I'm just scrolling down. I want to kind of grab some questions. Kimaruna, been waiting. I've been taking a pill for anti-anxiety for some time. I'm very scared about how my body will react because my doctor is changing it. So Joy, I'm going to give you Maruna. I'm going to give you just a little bit of spiritual guidance, which helps me with that, because I quite often, if I've got to take a medication, there's this whole, is it right? Is it wrong? Is it this? Is it that? And what I do for me, and if it doesn't resonate, Maruna, please just leave it here. I'm very much okay with that. Is what I do is I literally connect energetically to the medication. And I just simply say to my body, if there's anything that doesn't serve my highest good, I'm giving my body permission to not take it, to not absorb it, and I'm going to release it. And I'm giving my body permission to absorb the medicine that is going to help me. Because when you think about it, if the medical world and the spiritual world and the holistic world, if we all kind of blended and came together with that, energetically, we would navigate through a lot of these things that you just described in that sentence, Maruna, from a different point of alignment. Align with what your body needs with it, and release what it doesn't. And I do that with the medication that I have to take. I'll share with it here. I do have rheumatoid arthritis, and I do have to take a medication for it. And I tried many other ways of managing my rheumatoid, but the only thing that really has been helping is the medicine. And one thing Spirit said to me on this is, and I listened very closely, is, where do you think the medicine came from? A lot of our abilities to create things, whether it be medicine, other therapies, it's channeled information to help us here in the physical world. And when we release what no longer serves us, beautiful alignment happens. And when I learned that alignment for myself, I literally started to feel so much better with my joint pain and the stiffness. And I had all this energy return to me because I was more willing and more open in that heart space to accept what my body needed and release the rest. I hope that that resonates with you, and you can just simply do it in the meditation. Maruna, is just simply quietly quiet your mind, tap into your physical body, and just say those words. I give you permission to absorb what you need, and I release what doesn't serve me. I hope that that helps you. And I don't feel bad with that, with where you're going with that either. I feel like you're on the right track. I feel like you're in the right hands with that, Maruna, as far as the direction that you're going in. Um, Joy, indeed, and that patience is killing. It's hard to be patient. I've had to learn my patience at such a huge level. Lana, what do you feel like the root cause was? My aunt's stomach cancer. Um, when I lean in there, there are many different things in the physical world that do cause our physical body to respond. Sometimes it's experiences and how we hold energy, and where we, how we experience the physical world. There's also disease process and part of the journey. When it comes to health stuff. When I lean in there with the stomach cancer, I feel that it was literally part of the experience in the physical world. I'm not picking up that it was caused by holding on or by experience. I'm feeling that as part of the physical body and part of the journey here, as well. I'll send some love and light to her, Mila. Shaz, don't worry, it is here to help us. You could maybe try meditation and relax. Great advice. Joy, I feel myself while the patience is killing. I feel myself more and more in alignment. Good for you, Joy. I'm applauding you, as are your spirit guides. It's we can't always change what we're going through. There are some things that we have to learn. And I've said to my own spirit guides, can you just make this better? I've like, why am I in this? And it's about the learning, and it's about being able to navigate through it. And it's about the type of alignment that we go through that. And it's a big one, especially when what's going on around us is heavy or hard or difficult, or we don't understand. It's hard to keep pushing ourselves back into alignment. And it's constant work. It's not something that just happens and you stay there. It is a lot of work and effort. And we notice that work and effort when things get difficult. It's easy to be in alignment when things are easy. Spirit said that to me about a week and a half ago. I was going through something that was quite challenging, and I was struggling with my alignment. And Spirit said, "It's not always easy, is it?" And I'm like, "No, it's not always easy." But here I am, learning how to navigate through that from a different kind of perspective. And sometimes it's not always understood until quite a bit into the journey with it, is it? Right? Sometimes we don't understand it, and sometimes we get through it, and it's like I still don't understand it. But what pieces are there for me to learn from? Because essentially that's why we're here. I mean, long story short, that's why we're here. Let's grab a couple more questions before I've got to go into sessions. I have a session with you tomorrow. Oh, wow, Bianca, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I've been hearing a whisper saying, "Hey," and have you been sensing someone near you? Any idea who it is? Deanna, when you feel someone with you, I always encourage people to tap in on their own, because I think it's so important to teach people that. So when I say to you, when you hear that whisper, what comes to your mind? Does the whisper feel like guidance? Does the whisper feel familiar? Does it feel like someone familiar to you? And when I ask you, because I do this channel to help you all grow as well as me, but when I ask you, what does it feel like to you? Does it feel like a spirit guide, or does it feel more ancestral? Where do you feel it? And trust what you get. And if you're not sure, continue to grow the connection to what you're hearing. I'll often say to a new spirit guide that comes through, if I don't know who they are, I'll simply say, I hear you, I feel you, and I'm open to learn. What, show me how you're teaching. just show me, tell me, direct me. I use those kind of words. Show me what you're here to teach me. I'm open to learn. That open heart space, right? That open heart space. We don't always understand it in the open heart space, but when we come at it with the open heart space, it kind of allows us and it gives us empowerment and freedom. Empowerment and freedom comes from that space. I'm here to learn, I'm here to grow, and show me, guide me. Asking for the direction is so important. I do hope that that helps you. Let's just see where I need to go. Okay, so I hope that that helps you there, Deanna. um Amelia, thanks. Lana, does Spirit have any words around my career? Amelia, I feel that I need to remind you to and I just have to have a listen. I feel like I need to remind you, and it's a practice that I do all the time, is all doors are always open. Opportunities are always there for me. New opportunities are always there for me. I feel like this growth and expansion with career, I just feel like I'm going, woo. I feel like I'm getting, I need to open up a little bit, but I feel like there's new things coming, but it feels exciting. We can, excuse me, we can affect what's coming in simply by closing doors. If we're closed for opportunities or closed for change, things get a little bit of a rocky or bumpy or uncomfortable. But when we kind of say, I'm open to where I need to go for my highest good. And I feel like I need to kind of just say, you know what? I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to allow, I'm going to allow, I'm going to allow. I need to give that to you. And it's really funny. I said to Spirit, well, where's the answer? And Spirit has really been very clear with me, even with all my teachings. Sorry. With all my teachings, is to bring people home to their own space, to their own heart, and to be able to hear and to listen and to know for yourself. Very interesting perspective for Spirit. Got a little bit of a tickle today. PJ, my father is acting very different. Brain changes occurring like frontal lobe damage. PJ, I do feel a shift there. But I feel it very slow. So has this been a bit of a slow process there? Because I feel it like little subtle things. I'm not feeling it as a big thing. But I also feel with some of this, I feel I don't like it's almost like he's trying to hide it. I feel like so I just feel like he's trying to hide it. Has he been kind of like covering up or trying to hide what's really going on there? Because I feel like there's just a layer there of being able to not be truthful about it, about the experience that he's experiencing. But I do feel when you ask me if it's frontal lobe, I'm pushed a little bit back, so I'm pushed back. So it may be coming up this way, but it may be, I think I'm in the back for whatever reason. So that would be more occipital for me. Bianca, Lana, is dating more difficult for people who are healing? I feel like an alien lately when meeting new people. Like it's hard for me to connect. They just feel so different to me. This is a beautiful question. And there's a few different layers to this question. So when we're going through our healing space, a few things are happening. We're healing, right? But we're also learning and connecting in a different way. So sometimes we are connecting to and learning what no longer serves us. And we may pick up energy in other people that they just like, this just isn't a vibrational match for me right now. Sometimes it's an awareness. Now, depending on what type of healing that you're going through, and what type of relationship that you're engaging in, sometimes we're not ready in the healing process to go in. We need to be in a bit different alignment in order to go forward and to have longer relationships. But I feel like when we're connecting, sometimes, Bianca, we're having an awareness that this isn't somebody that I need to connect to right now. So as we go through our healing, remember, as we heal, we grow, and as we grow, our connection changes to people and our awareness to people. Like, for example, have you ever had a group of friends that like to do something that you've always participated in and enjoyed, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't think that resonates with me anymore. It just doesn't feel like a space that I'm having a good time in energetically. It's not bringing me as much joy. And then you kind of look at your journey and you think, well, I've really been doing some spiritual work. I've really been doing a lot of healing. And what resonated with you at one point in your journey doesn't resonate with you anymore. And it's the same thing when we're out dating, when we're going through our healing, and when we go through our processes. As we work through that, some people don't resonate. Certain energies don't resonate with us anymore. And it's okay. It's okay. And you can go through your healing and meet new people. But I always say I'll say to you, Bianca, do you feel ready for that step, and the step of just going out and having fun? And where's the expectation in what you're doing? Are you in a healed space where you can go out and have fun and just meet new people, and or perhaps not? Or are you in a space where you can just lean into the vibration of joy with no expectations and go out and meet somebody new? Didn't resonate with me, and that's okay. It's very much a personalized space to be in. I hope that helps you. Not saying I'm better than them, but I've noticed this even with friends too, just feel disconnected. I don't feel that you're disconnected. I feel that your awareness and what resonates with you is shifting. It's a shift. I don't feel it as a disconnected. So, and if you go back, was it on my Facebook page I posted this morning? There is a line on there. Sorry, I just want to read you the quote because I can't remember the exact wording, because I did post it very early this morning. So I just want to pull that up for you. There's a wording in there, and the whole post might not recognize you or resonate with you. If you fear being rejected or are rejected for being your true self, you're being guided to move on to a new level of support and community. So I think we need to kind of take a piece of that, Bianca. You're being guided to move on to a new level of support and community. It's okay that people don't resonate with you. They don't have to. People don't have to resonate with you, and you don't have to resonate with them. And but how, and this kind of brings us back to what I talked about at the beginning of the segment. It's just how we manage through that. If we come back to our heart space, I love you very much, or I think you're great, I just need to go in my own direction. It's how we navigate through that. As we grow and as we shift, people do go in different directions. And remember, we have soul contracts with friends. We have soul contracts with people in our lives. And when those soul contracts come to an end, quite often it's just a natural pull. I don't feel connected there anymore. I just don't feel connected there. And you just have to follow that pull. That doesn't mean that you can't say, hey, how you doing once in a while, or meet up for lunch once in a while, or perhaps you're just going to completely go in a different direction because it's time to. And when it comes to relationships, we often cling on to that, don't we? I don't want to let go. I don't want to let go. I don't want to let go. And sometimes we just need to say, I need to go this way and you need to go that way. Bianca, I hope that helps you. It's because of the growth. When we grow and shift, new people, and we have to make room for it as well. There's the other thing, we have to make room and space. And just simply wishing people well and coming into that heart space is the best thing that you can do. And it is hard. And what we do pull in is we pull in the vibration of guilt. Well, I've known them for X number of years, or this has been my friend group for X number of years, or I went to high school with them or college with them, or whatever the story may be. And then we pull in that guilt, and then we sit in that for a little bit. But mark my word, I'm going to say this loud and clear as a spirit shouting it at me. Don't forget to say this, said my spirit guides. When we resist that, when we are meant to go in different directions, and when we start to resist that feeling, what often starts to happen is the volume gets turned up on that, and it's like a big old microphone, and then little things start to happen, and more things start to happen, and before you know it, you're really frustrated with the situation that you're in, because it's time to move forward. And that's one thing that I will always keep an eye on, is what's going on around me that I didn't hear the first time, because sometimes we don't hear it, or we don't acknowledge that feeling, or we kind of step away and out of that feeling because it's uncomfortable, and then the volume gets turned up. So I always take a look at when the volume's turned up for me. So for example, if there's drama in a relationship, or if there's been things that are going, haven't been in good alignment, I just kind of step back and I observe it, and where did this start, and what feelings am I having, and coming back to my heart space. I hope that really helps. Spirit's kind of rambling on that topic, which is very interesting. All right, I'm just going to scroll back up. I have to keep an eye on the time. Oh, I always want to hang out here more and more, longer and longer. Okay. KS, I put my sleeping baby daughter into my other daughter's bedroom to rest. She woke up very distressed, screaming and looking in the corner of the room. Was someone there? What do I do? I'm not feeling someone there. I'm feeling that because there are some times where kids can and adults can too. Sometimes it's just a dream. Sometimes it's just a fear. So that's just been kind of, percolating a little bit. I don't feel that it's anything that you need to be concerned about. I feel that it's literally just, the subconscious mind kind of, you know, processing. Even very young children are energetically aware, and if they don't understand the energy, or if they don't understand what's, something that they've seen, and it can be very, very simple, it can play in their mind. And sometimes it's a dream is just a dream. And I feel that very strongly here. I've asked if there's any intervention like that needs to be done. What really helps, though, I find, and I have it in all the sleeping rooms in my house, is I keep some amethyst under the beds, or up if you've got kids and you're worried about them chewing on it or choking on it up high. Is this little piece of amethyst? It really helps just kind of calm and relaxing energy in a bedroom. If you feel pulled, I always say to people, if you feel pulled to do a cleanse, open the windows and clear out all energy. What doesn't serve this room's highest good, out you go. And it can be the energy of the distress of having a bad dream. It can be that, just simple as that. Open the window and just literally wave it out. I hope that helps you. Arisen Phoenix, I've waited 2 months on the decision of what to do for my son's heart surgery. And you were spot on. We had 2 doctors suggest it, and we finally have a date set for it. I'm really happy. I'm really happy that there's a date set. I feel good with the surgery. I just want to put that out there. I feel like you're in good. I can keep wanting to play with my hands. I feel like you're in good hands there. As difficult as it is, and it's going, I understand the fear. As difficult as it is, try and balance that fear with, trusting, and with, adding the energy. I always say it like, add it like a recipe. I used to, several years ago, you guys might laugh at this, I used to have a salt shaker, and I used to put in the salt shaker energy that I wanted to add to the recipe. And I know I had mine empty. I would just say, I want to put love and light in this, and I want to put this and that, I want to put trust in that. Or you can put actual salt in it if you want. And when you need to balance out hard energy, just literally say with the recipe, just say, I'm going to add to the recipe shake the salt shaker. I'm going to add love. I'm going to add light. I'm going to add trust. I'm going to add spirit guides, and use it as adding to the energy of what you're struggling with. Because our fears and what's going on around us, that's real, and we need to navigate through it. But it's how we navigate through it. So putting it back into balance. So for those of you who struggle with leaning in on the positive stuff, or getting pulled out of what's really heavy, just try adding it. Because our thoughts are powerful, and it can be very hard to change them, and it can be and sometimes we have just cause to be fearful. I mean, there's reasons why to be really fearful for certain things. Change the recipe, add to the recipe. I'm going to add this, and I'm going to add that. I hope that helps you guys. I always like trying to give you tools to use. Doctors are healers. Absolutely they are. Absolutely they are. 100%. And a lot of doctors and healthcare workers and healers, the holistic world, spirits working through them, through their hands, right? And through their knowledge. They're channeling information too. I'm sure many of you have had an experience where, like a doctor just knew. Even though the symptom may not be related to the test that they've ordered, they've just had this knowing that this is the direction that they need to go in. Donna, do you know if my mother-in-law is around us? She passed suddenly in December, and we still can't believe she's gone. 100% she's around you. All of our loved ones in the spirit dimensions are always around us, holding us in love and light. Donna, she does show me the number 4. So either April is very significant, or that she's got the family of 4 here, or 4 kids. She's showing me the month of 4, or the number 4. She's also putting me in August as being significant. Anniversary, birthday, or passing seems to be significant there. And she's also frantically waving with a huge, she just lights up like a Christmas tree for me. She's got this great big lit up smile on her face. Very much okay. I also feel very much with her, and I don't know if she talked about this when she was living, but if she was going to leave here in the physical world, leave the physical world, she wanted it like that sudden. She's also showering people with like, and it's like rainbow kisses. So I don't know if rainbows really connect, but she's like sending rainbow kisses. It's really kind of cute. So I hope that resonates with you. Let's grab a couple more before I gotta go. I'm really pushing the envelope today with time. um, it does resonate with me. Thank you, Lana, for calming me. You're very welcome, Maruna. Let's see where we go. Shaz, I have been feeling very emotional lately. Any messages and advice from my spirit guides? Don't bury them. Don't bury the emotions. I feel like the emotions, some of them may be old. I feel like some of them are old. I also feel a lot of realizations. I can just see like little light bulbs coming off. I just, oh, I just feel that around you with these realizations that seem to be coming through. And I feel like the emotions need to come and need to go. They need to come through. We need to feel them. We need to acknowledge them, and we may not even know the reason for them. Like I just feel the need that I need to cry, and I'm going to release whatever it is that I need to release energetically. And sometimes that we do know. When I know I need to let something go, I will often just hike down to the river. I grab a couple stones from the ground or crystals, and I just simply I'm letting go of this anger, and I skip them, and I try and skip them as many times as I can across the river. I'm not that great at it, but I try. But I for me it's the release. It's just a release. I need to release it and to let it go. And sometimes it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling of I just feeling this, and learning not to have to title everything. Sometimes I just need to sit here and cry, and I don't know why. But sometimes we want to attach reasons or logic to it. Just allow it, Shaz. I feel like there's a big shift coming there for you. I think spiritually you're about to take a big leap, and with some growth. I just feel that there's a lot of growth there, and sometimes in order to grow forward, again, it's about making room. We've got to make some space, and making the space is letting go of things that are energetic. I hope that resonates there with you. KS, I definitely feel more grounded and aligned recently. Wesley, I just love this community. I say it every time, Wes. I do too. I love this community. It's been a space that I'm very eager to get on. I love coming on and hearing your perspectives. I love how you cheer for each other. I love how you put out there what you think too, because this is your community, right? This is your community. There we go. I missed Nisa's question. Okay, so let me just. There has been a lot of UFO and identifiable, there we go, Lana, being sightings. Has there been a slight shift? There has always been, I just want to kind of back up a little bit. There has always been a lot of sightings. There has always been a lot of UFOs, but what has happened, and it will continue to happen, is when you think about where we are energetically, there has been a lot of shifting over the last couple of years with people becoming more open-minded and more aware. And when we shift our awareness, we are able to see things that perhaps we didn't see before. And there is also a lot of spirit activity, because I'm getting messages after messages about spirit activity. And I've often asked people, what shifted with you in the last year or the last little bit, or however I'm feeling? Has there been some open-mindedness? And I always get the response, oh my goodness, yes, I've kind of leaned into anything's possible. When we lean into that, magic occurs. We start to see things that we didn't see before. Our awareness collectively has changed. There are more and more and more spiritual people stepping forward. There are more and more people working on that. We are forming more and more communities. I mean, like if you just go back, I'll even say 5 years ago. If you go back 5 years ago, there wasn't as many, spiritual teachings on YouTube or books out there. There wasn't as many people taking classes and workshops. The expansion has been increasing. So the more that we expand, the more we are going to see from the extraterrestrials and from spirit guides and from other dimensions, because there are so many other dimensions. And we are becoming more and more open. I really feel that we're getting there. I truly do. Do we have a long way to go? Yeah. But I think that we're finally taking more and more steps. Is there, and that's, and I always say, what doesn't resonate with you, leave it here. There are going to be people that won't resonate with that, and that's okay. they're on their own journey and their own experience. Interesting question. Absolutely. Deanna, it doesn't sound like a familiar voice. I need to tap in more of what I feel. I love how you said that. Yes, you do need to tap in there. So when it doesn't sound familiar, or you don't feel that familiar, I hear you saying, hey, what else do you have to say? We'll keep you updated. I'd be grateful for that. I'm leaning into, a new spirit guide coming forward. And with the spirit guides, they will often come in at a slower pace, just to give, because we have choice and free will. You can say no thank you to a spirit guide. I really don't, not ready, or I don't need a hand with that yet. But yeah, so sit with that a little bit more, and that goes for all of you. You're always welcome to post your questions here to me, and I'm happy to guide you through it. But I think it always helps if you can learn to lean in on it and sit with it. Great. Okay, let's see. Sophie's joined us. Okay, PJ, yes, but worse. Good. You guys are answering some of each other's questions. I love it. A friend sent me this. You cannot speak butterfly language with caterpillar people. Absolutely. But I always like to add into that. I'll add into the recipe. I'll add into the recipe is that caterpillar people are on their own journey too, and they're they're learning the best that they can in that red hot moment too, right? So I always kind of lean in on this. And one reason is I think that we have to kind of understand other people are learning alignment. Other people are learning patience. Other people are learning this, and we can't do it for them, and I have to do it from my lane. But yeah, beautiful statement. They're learning too. And my wish for many people is that they will have that expansion, when they're ready. I have pushed the time right to the limit today. I do have to get myself moving. I'm looking forward to getting on again this week. Stay in alignment and kind of work on that space, work on that heart space. Just kind of come back on in there and kind of process things from there. Very good live today. I thought this was a really good live. I am wishing you, as always, love, light, blessings, and a spirit guided day. Much love.